everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Natural State Sports live from the Mountain Valley Springwater Studios here in Central Arkansas. Hope everybody had a good week. I had an okay week for the most part. Today didn't end quite as glad as I wanted to, but we'll get to that in just a moment. But before we get any further, I have got to take a moment and say that the way that the things are set up now in the world are stupid. I spent 5 hours at the DMV today for a 15-minute appointment just to get tags on my car. 5 hours. That's crazy. What is with the world? 5 hours. And then you go in, you pull a number, you sit down, you wait another 10 minutes for them to call your number. You get your appointment done. And then you sit down and you have to wait for them. Wait for them to come leisurely unlock the door to let you out. They lock you in. They unlock the door. They let 5 people in at a time. And then they lock you in until they're good and ready to let you out. It's like being in a zoo or a cage. Just, it's crazy. In other news, I got to give a big shout out to friends, family, and even my outstanding, amazing girlfriend, Katie. Everybody and anybody that I know that works in healthcare, you guys are awesome. You guys are the people that are putting up the fight to stop this madness. So thank you from everybody here at Natural State Sports. And now, on with the show. It is finally the episode I've been waiting for 2 months. The band is finally back together, y'all. The band is finally back. I'm so excited. We got Will here. We got Katie here. What's up, y'all?
We got a band?
It's more like a comedy troupe.
Can I be the drummer?
So my question is it the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, or the Spice Girls?
And there goes her talking points for the night.
Removed.
Led Zeppelin.
I was thinking more like Guns N' Roses or Metallica, but I mean, we can go with NSYNC. We got a brand new member, though. You might recognize his voice as from the podcast. We've got a brand new co-host, Andy.
How you
What's
doing?
up, man?
Oh, not much.
Living the dream, huh?
Trying to.
Hey.
Busy week.
Which, by the way, I got to give you guys and Big Jake's a big shout out. You guys helped me out on the truck.
So we're supposed to do.
And, man, it runs so much better. We're not going to talk about the, cost and all that. But thank you from me and Katie both about the truck. That was awesome work, man. And I'm really excited. So
appreciate you coming by.
you guys need car service, I'm going to give you a shameless plug if you're good with that.
I'm okay.
Big Jake's Tire and Auto. Is it Tire or Big Jake's Tire and
Big
Auto?
Jake's Complete Auto.
Complete Auto.
Big Jake's Tires, either way.
Congo? Is it Congo Road?
No, it's off Highway 5.
Highway 5.
Come on now.
Highway 5. I just moved to Saline County in August. I mean,
Always got excuses.
I know, I'm sorry.
Come on.
I'm sorry. But I'm
Gotta
excited
plug
the
the right
band's back
place.
together. And I would, as a sports media company, we would be completely remiss, if we didn't mention that April 15th was Jackie Robinson Day, big number 42, and he was also the color barrier.
Yes.
Now, if I wish we could, and like Steve said on his show last week, there are times that I wish we could post the conversations that we have in our group chat with all the team members. There are moments.
I don't know about that, man.
There are moments, but Caleb, the guy that runs our Instagram, we were talking about it as we were getting prepped for the show, and he was the one that said, well, he wasn't the first African American, but Jackie Robinson was the most notable though.
Well, as far as I know, he broke in, and it was probably one of the bigger things to ever happen in sports as far as breaking a color barrier.
He was also the first African American elected to the. I think it's.
You're the stat guy.
Is it the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame? Is that what they call it, or is it just?
It's Cooperstown.
Cooperstown. Okay, so it's Cooperstown. He was the first African American elected in 1962, 1964.
I'm not sure on the year.
Into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Well, what do you have else on? Because I can tell you right now, I just know that.
That's all. That's about all I know.
I can tell you during the Major League season.
The reason I know all that though is because I did a report on him in high school, and it just kind of stuck. It literally just kind of stuck. It did. It just kind of stuck.
Parts of it.
Yeah, parts of it. I mean, after all, why do they put letters with math?
I'm not sure.
I mean, Will's the mathematician of the group. Why'd they put letters with math? I'll never understand that. It's a rhetorical question.
Variables.
It's what?
It's a variable.
Sure, if you say
It's
so.
the unknown.
All right, so we're gonna
Caleb
jump
has
right
told
in.
you no.
Do what?
Caleb told you no.
He'd be fine. He's an Ohio State fan now, so he's fine.
Oh,
We're
can't
going to
talk.
jump into the first topic of the night, and that is the greatest moments in Razorback sports history. And tonight, we've got a very special sponsors, Lost Pizza Company out of Benton. And
They
I'm
might have.
excited.
Why don't you go ahead and open this box?
I get to open it?
Yeah, we might let you open
I
it.
get to open it. It's Christmas
Okay, I'll
all
tell you
over
what. I'll
again.
make you a deal. I'll open it, but you get the first slice. That work?
You're teasing a
Are
fat
you
boy
happy?
here, man. Come on.
Look, we're all fat. It's okay. So
Okay.
I'm gonna open this. This is an Otis.
It
It is
thin
a
crust.
large thin crust pizza. It is their meat lovers pizza.
So here's everything that's on it. It's the daddy of all meat lovers is what they're calling. This is straight off of their menu.
Right.
Bacon, hickory ham, pepperoni, Italian sausage, pork sausage, ground beef, and grilled chicken. Oh my God, my mouth is watering
So,
as we speak. All right,
Well,
so Katie's gonna
quit making it water and get in there and get you a piece of that.
No, I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking.
No, you don't need to. Just grab a piece of pizza.
All right,
man.
well, here, I'm gonna give you this right here.
I have
Is it? Oh, okay, my bad. All right, so we're gonna do this.
Look,
Oh man, this looks good. All right, I'm gonna take this one right here. So I'm gonna see. Will, can we get a good shot of this right here? So that is what it looks like, and I'm gonna move out of the way for a minute.
You lift it up and
yeah, we can do something with it.
Here, we can do something. There
We'll
you go.
spill it all over or pick it up off the floor.
I
I mean, it'll still be good.
It'll
so.
still be good. I'll eat it. I mean, I'm an ex-military. We eat dirt.
All
All
right.
right, you ready for this? I'm gonna take one bite.
Yeah, go for it. I'll get in here.
All right. Are you having trouble? Oh, my
Oh,
God.
yeah. I'm stalled out. It's okay.
Go get you one.
So that's their meat lover pizza.
That is their meat lover pizza.
Will, would you like a slice?
Not right now.
I'm gonna pass this off to you.
I got too much technology in my hands.
That is good. So at Lost Pizza, they want your dining experience. Let me finish chewing here because it's good.
Yeah, don't talk with your mouth full.
Well, I'm not like some radio host where, we talk with food in our mouths. I
You're
try
talking
not to be anyway.
I know you're
But
talking about.
at Lost Pizza Company, they want your dining experience to be as fun as getting to see the bearded lady riding a camel while swallowing a sword at the state fair, like it was when you were 10. I don't ever remember doing that much at the fair.
You swallowed a sword?
This is straight off of their website. This is an ad straight off of their website. So go by and see them. It's the Lost Pizza Company. We will have all the information up on our page following tonight's show. Before we do this, I want to give something away. I got a couple things I want to
What do
give
you
away.
want to give away?
Let's do it. Last week we gave a $100 gift card away. Let's give a $50 card away tonight. Can we? I mean, are we all in consensus here?
Sure.
Cool. All right.
Whatever.
But sure.
All right. So last week, apparently it was rigged, which it wasn't. I was live on air. Y'all saw this. I picked a random name. So here we go.
Well, you don't
Andy's
get to
going to
pick
pick
this
this
time.
week.
I'm picking.
So this is a $50 Visa gift card from the same group that tagged, and shared from last week. Andy, pick away, my man.
We'll go with this one.
Uh-oh. And drum roll.
Lisa Cup Hancock.
Uh-oh.
Who?
Oh, there
Killed
went
it.
my phone.
Killed
Oh,
it.
well.
Did.
Lisa Cup Hancock. Congratulations. There it is right there, just so you guys know. So she gets the $50 gift card, Visa gift card, accepted anywhere Visa is accepted. What is it? Don't leave home without it? No, wait, that's MasterCard, isn't it?
Hey, she's always
I don't have credit cards, I don't know.
commenting on stuff on her page. So.
Hey, that's a good one then.
That's a good one. Now, the next thing, I can look at Mountain Dew here. The next thing I want to give away, it was given to us by Lost Pizza Company, is a $25 gift card to Lost Pizza. You can get you one of these. We've also got just off screen here, we've got a Cujo,
Yes.
which is a Supreme. And it's got bacon, hickory ham, pepperoni, Italian sausage, ground beef, onion, green peppers, black olives, and mushrooms.
It's really, really good.
God!
I've eaten there a bunch.
But
so.
again, check it out. They've got appetizers. They've got desserts. Hey, it's great. It's awesome. They're doing curbside and pickup at the moment. $25 gift card to a random person in the comments at the end of the show.
Lady Red is picking it. Or Katie's picking it.
I don't
Apparently
think so.
Katie's picking it.
I don't think so. All right, so back to the greatest moments in Razorback sports history. Last week we did the 7 overtime game against Kentucky. One I picked, Matt Jones. It's a classic. This week we're going to go a little bit further into history and do the 99 Revenge. That's what I'm calling it. It's the 99 Revenge. Everybody remembers the, what is it, the Knoxville giveaway?
Oh.
What did we call it before the show?
Oh, what was it I was saying?
But everybody remembers 1998, the Sterner fumble.
The voluntary giveaway.
Voluntary giveaway in Knoxville. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. Did you just come up with that?
Earlier.
That was great.
A little bit ago.
But this year we're doing the 99 Tennessee game. Now everybody remembers Paul Eels as the voice of the Razorbacks. This is the game that had that famous call, Sterner to Lucas, to win the game. I believe it was the one that won the game for us.
Put us up.
But put us up at least. Final score in that game was 28-24 in front of 52,000 fans.
At Razorback Stadium.
In Razorback Stadium. Back when it was the Frank Broyles Center, the original Frank Broyles Center. But some of the big names that they had, Anthony Lucas, Clint Sterner, who was the running back? Cedric Cobb, C4. You know,
I think that was his first year.
it was it was Houston Nutt's second year. That game was the one that everybody remembers as the one where the goalpost came down and was literally carried down Dixon Street.
I don't remember that much of it. So
I was
there. I wasn't
a kid.
there. I was in high school when that happened. So
You know, Steve calls me an old soul. If you guys listen to earlier
you know a
episodes,
lot about older football.
yeah,
That's for
if
sure.
you guys listen to the first 10 episodes of Inside the Natural State, I was listing off names from the 60s, the 70s, and Steve called me an old soul. I don't
He's
know
right.
how I feel about that.
No, take it. Embrace
But,
it, because
I mean,
you do know
he
it.
did call me old, so I guess that's a sign of. Never mind, I'm not gonna say it. But I mean, you had guys like Bill Montgomery, Steve Little,
They weren't on that team.
Quinn Grovey. No, they weren't on that team. But I mean, I was rattling names off, and he was real impressed with it. You get guys today, and it's like, did he play this or this? But about that game, it felt good to Razorback fans because of the
You
year
beat Tennessee.
before.
You beat Tennessee, so no matter what, it was
it's
great.
no matter what. But you beat it. I mean, nowadays we're just itching to beat East
Anybody.
Carolina.
Anybody.
But at that moment, though, I mean, yeah, Houston Nutt's second year. We all know how big Houston Nutt was of a recruiter, and he could get the average Joe on a sidewalk to suit up and run through a wall.
He was a good motivator, that's for
He
sure.
was, and he still is. I listened to the podcast with him and Bo Mattingly,
Yeah,
and those are good podcasts, by the way.
I like mine better.
But I'm not taking anything away from you there, big fella.
I like mine better.
Although I did not like the episode of Idiot of the Week with Carl's Corner.
Why? It was like one of the better ones we've had.
Because you pulled a prank on me.
I don't see a problem with that.
Well, your Will's like, that's easy to do.
I mean, it was kind of an easy target at the time.
But it was and the fun fact about the game is Arkansas came into that game unranked against a top 5 Tennessee team. Everybody thought we were down and out. Everybody thought we would get blown out. But there's a key that I got off of one of the blogs, hogtails.com. And in big bold letters, they were breaking the game down. And in big bold letters, they said the Arkansas Razorbacks never yielded. And I'm paraphrasing there. It's not a direct quote. But they said the Hogs never yielded. What's the fun fact about that?
It might have became a little bit of a slogan later on.
It's part of the fight song.
There it is. Will got it. It is part of the fight song. But yeah, we're not going to go into that. We're not.
It's
No.
on my tattoo.
You have a tattoo?
You have a tattoo?
Never yield.
That's sad that you have that tatted on your
It was,
feet.
No, it's not
it was
tad.
back in Petrino's days. It was before they came out.
We didn't come to paint. Is you going to have that tattooed on your back too?
This is when we were beating LSU and Auburn.
You mean the great days?
A couple
back then?
times?
Yeah, the good times.
The good times?
As long as you don't have a left lane hammer down tattoo, I think we'll be okay.
He's got a self-portrait of Chad Morris.
It's my idol. Chad's
But,
my idol.
Let's jump in here before we hit our social media. Let's see who we got. Scroll up there, Will, and see if Terry Roy says, "What's happening in Arkansas? Y'all are too close. Social distancing. That's right. Don't sit too close to me.
Get away from me. That's why I'm going to keep leaning to the left over here.
Right?
Or at least my left.
That's good right there. Josh Wilbanks and Dwight Raleigh said, "Happy Friday, Natural State Sports." Josh Wilbanks says, "What's up, Zach?" And then you've got our boy Steve and Will going back and forth. That was funny. Justin Ross saying, "That a boy at 42. He was giving me stuff earlier in the chat room for not.
Keep bringing it, Justin.
Terry Roy says, "What's happening in Arkansas? Y'all are too close. Social distancing." He says, "No football this year." Do you really think there's not going to be any football this year?
Shh.
Is that a
I
possibility?
hope and I pray that there's going to be football this year.
All right, man. I don't
But
know if I can.
There's nothing known at this point whether it is or isn't.
I don't know if I can go. I don't know if I can go all year.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to mutter the words. I don't want to think nothing about saying no football. Because I somehow
You just did.
no, like really.
Oh, I know, man.
Don't get kicked in the shin. I won't see it. So,
But Will, what do you think? I mean, is there going to be football this year?
I don't know. We may have a shortened season, or I don't know. I don't want to think about it. We'll cross the bridge when we get
Cross the bridge when we
Get
light
there.
it on fire and walk across it.
Put dynamite
blow
on
it up. Blow it up.
Our buddy Chris Shaw from Fort Benning says, "I'm in, guys. Sorry for being late. A lot of crazy Army phone calls. Hey, man, y'all stay safe.
Thank you for your
There
service, sir.
are days I miss suiting up for the military, and then there's days I don't miss it at all."
I can see that.
But see, scroll down. We got a couple more comments there. See, Terry Riss is not college anyway. I don't know.
I think
Yeah,
there's
they don't
more
get
of a
paid to
chance
play.
that we lose college football and keep the NFL.
I would agree with that.
Because college depends more on the ticket revenue
Yeah.
and the marketing than does
Well,
the NFL.
how does this impact? And we're gonna get back on topic here in a minute. But they
Rabbit
brought
hole.
up some good points. What kind of an impact will this have moving forward on like athletic department budgets, university
big time.
budgets?
Oh, it's
I
going to.
mean, everybody thinks that life's gonna go back to normal. We may not get back to normal for at least a few years.
I'd say it probably takes 3 to 5 years for the NCAA sports to recover to the point where they
Yeah, I
were
hope
last year and record-setting revenue and everything.
I think you're probably right on that, but I really hope you're wrong. So
Oh, I want to be wrong, but
I want you to be wrong on every bit of that.
Yeah, I just think with the way the stock market, has
Mhm.
gone down, so
Yeah.
people's going to try and recover that more so than spend their extra money on football tickets and
Right.
stuff like that.
Some more comments. I want to see some football, baseball, or basketball. We'll get to Chris. We're going to get to your question in just a minute. Nat State, we're commenting as the show goes on. Says, we'll have football, just don't know when it will start. I'm a strong believer in that. Terry Ruiz says the colleges will be reimbursed for losses, not the NFL. So for all of your sports needs, it's kind of scary how I say that, but to keep up to date with the most sports and keep up with stories and stuff, check us out on social media. We've got Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and isn't there a fifth one somewhere? Snapchat. Well, we're not on Snapchat very often. But in your search bar, put in
It's
Natural
more
State.
towards the season.
Yeah. Put in Natural State Sports. Give us a like, follow, and we will keep you guys updated and hopefully entertained because we've got some new stuff coming out. But I gotta ask you something, Andy.
What are you going to ask me?
What makes a rivalry?
There's lots of things that make a rivalry.
What
Whether it
makes
be
a rivalry?
recruiting, whether it be the battle on the field, the battle off the field. A coach may change positions between one school and another. Overnight. Yes.
Well, we're going to start a new segment this week, and I teased this last week, and I teased it on the Facebook page throughout the week. We're going to start a new segment called Arkansas's Greatest Rivalries, and there's a reason I put it in quotations, is because fans nowadays, and I know that you and Will probably agree with me on this, fans nowadays, especially Arkansas fans, they think everybody's their rival. Texas.
We got to beat a
Missouri.
few
Just
folks.
Arkansas.
We got to beat a few folks before
We
you
do,
call it a
and that's
rivalry.
why everybody
Literally
thinks,
just Arkansas.
and that's why everybody thinks that they are that they're rivals. To me, we've only got three main rivals. Now you got it at four. You've got three, but they're different. Mine are LSU,
We're the same on that one.
A&M,
I don't know about that one.
and oh man, I just lost.
Don't you say Ole Miss? That's mine.
No, it's not Ole Miss. No,
Missouri
we're not even going
Missouri
there.
will never be a rivalry in my opinion.
Alabama. I don't know why I drew a.
How do you get Alabama?
We haven't beat them in
Exactly.
We're not a rival.
We get mopped.
But we think we're a rival to them. If you talk to some fans,
Who's we?
If you talk to some fans, we as a fan base, there are some people in this fan base that
No.
think that Alabama's a rival.
Well-
But you have Texas, Texas A&M, and LSU as the main three that everybody thinks of when they say a rivalry. Well, who are your rivals when you think of a rivalry in Arkansas?
I definitely put LSU at the top of the list on that one. Right under that, I'd probably have Ole Miss, honestly. Like, over the past 15 to 20 years, more so than anything. But, I mean, they date real far back in when they started playing anyway. Early 1900s, maybe? I don't know
They
what you have
started.
on that.
They started. This series started in 1908.
So I wasn't bad far off. Cool.
Now, I'm going to give you a little perspective here. University of Arkansas wasn't founded until 1871.
Okay. So
Their
they started-
first game was in 1908, and look how far it has come from a 33-0 Arkansas victory.
shellacking.
Read Steve's.
Steve said negative. Bama is not and never has been our rival.
You're right, Steve.
But if you ask, and I agree,
You're right. 100%.
I say Alabama because we haven't beat them in, 12 years?
Something
Since
like that.
07,
Like I
06?
said, that's not a rivalry. We beat LSU a couple years ago. We beat Ole Miss a couple years ago.
But we haven't
beat anybody in the last 2 years in conference at all.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you have, for instance, with the Ole Miss game, you have the Hunter Henry heave. Everybody in recent history is going to remember
Yep,
that.
we beat them on 4th down and Fayetteville.
4th and 25.
Well, and then we beat them on that 4th
Was it
down.
3 years ago we beat them?
Right.
3 years ago we beat them,
Scroll
and we
up,
were
there
down.
Was a very good one just before Steve, and I think it was Justin that said it.
Squirrel.
If you're 35 or older, it's Texas or Texas A&M, and if
I'm
you're
37.
younger, then it's LSU. LSU didn't become a rival until
I would say
1992.
45.
92, 93.
I'd even go up with 45 on that.
5 or so on that Texas A&M.
Coastal
Does-
Carolina is not a rival. Coastal Carolina is not a rival. But by the way, before we go any further,
I agree with you, Caleb.
Before we go any further, I got to thank our sponsor for this segment.
You got to find them.
I've got to find them first.
Come on.
I know. I'm so bad at it.
You're unprepared.
Actually, I'm not. It's Finley Pharmacy.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's family owned, right here in Benton. They're offering free delivery anywhere in the county.
All of Saline County.
All
the whole
of
thing.
Saline County. I mean, it doesn't matter where you're at.
They'll bring you your drugs.
Well, I wasn't gonna go to that extreme
I
with
will.
it, but hey, but they're basically like your one-stop shop. It's like you're like back, they've got anything and everything you need. They've even got a little gift shop in there, like hats and memorabilia. Well, not really memorabilia, but
Well, you can't go in there right now.
you really can't.
That's why they deliver them.
Yeah, well, they deliver and you can also drive up and do the
Drive through.
yeah the drive-through thing, and
Still works.
that's pretty convenient.
It's not a bad thing.
No,
I
it's
mean,
really not.
They've always had a
No. This one you actually drive through the parking lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've always had a drive-through. Yeah, good point.
Lost Pizza had a drive through
Chris Shaw
earlier.
says, let's go with teams I hate, and that will equal rivals number 1, LSU, number 2, Texas, and number 3, Tennessee. Interesting. I like this.
Anybody else out there got rivals they want to share?
Katie's over here having a conniption fit because they're saying that Texas is not a rival.
Well, because she is.
We got to play
She
them
is a
more
Texas
often.
fan.
I was from 93 till 2003. I lived in Texas.
You got to play them more
Not
often.
Until I moved here, did I realize it was such a rival. I wore a
Southwest
UT
Conference
shirt to
rival?
school.
Yeah.
I wore
Not
a
now.
UT t-shirt to school, and I got hazed. And I was like, "What is your problem?" Well, y'all are our biggest rival. No, we're not.
No.
Nothing.
No.
You got to
beats-
play somebody to be a rival.
Nothing beats. Now, I was posted at Fort Hood, and Chris Shaw can back me up on this, being from Arkansas and being stationed in Georgia. But nothing beats being stationed in the middle of Central Texas and walking around in Razorback shirts, Razorback gear, and getting the
They
most
still hate you?
They still. If Texas isn't a rival and it's not one-sided, why was I getting so much hateful looks? I mean, I know I'm an ugly little spud, but come on.
Like a medium-sized spud now.
Well, I'm only 5'9", so there you go.
It happens.
Let's see. He said that's since coming to the SEC. Justin says, well, I was raised, born in 1987, just like me, and my parents and grandparents put hate Texas in all the kids based on when they were at the college. So that's why I say 35 and older. That was drilled into me before we played LSU.
Again, I lived in Texas from 93 to 2003.
Well, you
Never
lived in
heard it.
Texas when Arkansas was already moved to the
Yeah.
SEC too.
Yeah.
In the 60s
92?
and 70s, Arkansas, Texas
Arkansas, Texas was
top
the
10
Absolutely.
I mean, think about it. The '69 shootout. You had the president there.
Yeah, the president came in. So
We lost that game. I think. Did we lose the '69 shootout?
no, we blew him out.
Which one was it that
No,
we lost?
I'm kidding. We lost.
That's what I thought. I was like, wait a minute, we lost that game.
Yeah, no, we lost.
Oh,
But
boy.
it was deemed the game of the century.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't for us, though.
here's my issue. The University of and I get it. We want to hype Arkansas football. We want to have these great games that have meaning and everything. Don't force the Missouri battle line rivalry. Battle something. It's the battle line. It's not a rivalry.
The Battle of the Boot is a rivalry. Those kids will
Now,
fight
let me ask
it.
you
Like I
something.
said, all the recruiting. I think the recruiting is really important.
Let me ask you something about
You
battle.
got a
of the
bunch
Boot.
of kids that come from LSU or Louisiana, better
Yeah.
yet. You got kids from Mississippi. I mean, obviously, they steal kids out of Arkansas.
Let me ask you
a
something.
couple
about,
of them.
let
You
me
know,
ask you
the
something
past couple
about
years
LSU.
have gone.
Has the Battle of the Boot rivalry game lost? And Will, you can answer this one too. Lost kind of its edge since being moved off of Black Friday, because everybody in Arkansas and LSU had that game circled every Friday after Thanksgiving. It was
I miss
the
it
game.
being on that day. I miss it being, right after Thanksgiving. It's what I expected. And then when they moved it, pretty sure they moved it supposedly thinking that they'd get more money, with the Texas A&M setup and everything. And that's true, they might. I mean, they both pack over 100,000 in both their stadiums.
Right.
If we're in Fayetteville, we pack, 76, 78, maybe somewhere in that range. If they're at War Memorial, you're looking
Not
at
these last 2 years
50.
we haven't.
Well, no. But, I mean, your War Memorial, you're what, 55,000, if I'm right? Somewhere in that range. I mean, as far as a revenue standpoint, for them it made sense. But for us, the fans, I like that game the way it was. That's the way it's been, pretty much as far back as I remember the LSU Arkansas series.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't like it. I wish they'd put it back, but they won't.
They won't. Not since that 7 overtime 72-73 game with A&M and LSU.
Yeah,
Well,
that's for sure.
this
That
all-
was a game.
This all happened back whenever A&M joined the SEC. A&M demanded the LSU game on the Friday after Thanksgiving because they needed to replace the Texas.
Yep.
The
Yeah,
Texas
And
game that
Texas-
was
Yep.
on Thanksgiving.
And that was a big,
Big.
It's a
big,
huge
big
game.
deal.
Yeah.
Which they are actually starting to pick that game back up in non-conference. But no, A&M demanded that game, and the SEC said, we need that Houston market. So, yes, we're going to say
Texas on top.
It just my point is though, to me as a fan, that Arkansas LSU game kind of just lost its flair a little bit, being moved off of.
It'll lose some of it, but like I said, it still, let's meet head to head at the line of scrimmage and let's see what you got.
Absolutely. But thank you, Finley Pharmacy, for sponsoring Arkansas's greatest rivalries. Check in next week. We're gonna pick another one. I'm gonna let Andy pick next week.
Don't do that.
But
Why do I gotta pick?
so you realize signing day was this week.
Signing day?
But yeah,
Was that this week?
yeah, I think so.
Oh, what sport?
Basketball, I think.
Oh, okay.
all
Is it all of
All
them?
sports.
Yeah, it's all of them.
It's all
except
sports.
football.
So y'all all know I'm not a big signing. I'm not big into recruiting. So here's what I want you to do. Check out Inside the Natural State. Steve and Andy. You can see his face now every week.
You can see me. Like I said, I got a face for radio, so
They said
It's
that
okay.
about me too. But here
you
we go.
definitely have a face
But
for radio.
check them out anywhere podcasts are streaming. Y'all are doing some pretty sweet stuff over there.
Well, thank you. We
But
put a little
y'all
talent
are-
into it.
But I'm gonna give you a little preview. Next week they're gonna dive into signing day. They've got Moses Moody. I think the only one we're waiting on is KK Robinson.
KK is the only one that's unsigned so far, from what I understand. But I think he's supposed to do his signing on Monday. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Well,
But
the
check
podcast
them,
will be before that. So.
oh yeah. But
We'll
check
still be
them
waiting.
out. Inside the Natural State, Steve and Andy, anywhere podcasts are streamed. And then Steve and Kevin Bohannon, almost got my words mixed up there, have Around the Diamond. It is your source for all things baseball.
It is for sure. That.
Check them out. They have got a
Big game.
huge. I'm gonna pull my famous Donald Trump. We're gonna go, huge. It's gonna be huge. Next week, Around the Diamond, Coach Kevin Bohannon and Steve Henson have got a huge thing. I'm not gonna give it away.
You can't. You better not.
But it is.
You're fired
it
if
is-
you do.
Well, being that I don't, I
Go.
being that I don't, I'm gonna catch that episode.
You're
You
gonna
can
have
catch
to.
Coach Bohannon every Wednesday. Is it 6:30 or did they change
6:30.
it? Did they on 103.7 The Buzz for Coach Bohannon?
I think right now. I think it's fluctuating.
Is it?
But yeah, it was 6:30.
But you can check him out 103.7 The Buzz every Wednesday or Thursday, given on Drive Time Sports.
Just listen.
With
To be
Randy
all right.
Rainwater. Just check it out on the Around the Diamond. He'll let you know. Hey, how we feeling tonight? I'm excited to be back, y'all.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, how you liking it so far?
It's a little bit interesting. It's something different to get used to, looking at a camera instead of just having a headset on and being behind a microphone and nobody can see
Talking
me.
to Steve all night.
Yeah. Well, Steve, he sits over there in mine, so it's a little backwards. So I'm having to figure this out.
Yeah,
and-
but I'm backwards too. So I mean, we all know this.
yeah, that's for sure.
Whoa, wait a minute. But sorry, mouth was a little dry.
Drink all at the same time.
Right?
Hey, what's wrong with that? You want to have a drink too?
We need to have it like a ding drink.
All right, so this
See,
is,
now
this
you
is the
drink.
segment of the night that I've been waiting for. And it's sponsored by 501 Nutrition. Check them out. Katie took me by there for the first time, was it yesterday? And I had this drink called the Superman.
Did you feel like Superman?
No, I felt like the Roadrunner. Dude, I was like,
Jazz you up a little bit?
I was,
Feel like you could lift a mountain?
you ever remember this, the game on the old Windows pinball? No. You remember that game? I felt like
What's
the pinball.
pinball?
Ding, 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 ding.
You're already like that.
True.
Your
That is
chickens
very
are scattered all over the yard.
But 501 Nutrition offering meal replacement shakes, calorie burning teas, and right now they're offering delivery or curbside available. Call them at 501-213-9957. They're found on Highway 5 in Bryant. And I'm actually going to go by there. Are they open tomorrow?
I got to work.
You want me to bring you one?
Yeah, I'm up for it. If you
All
want to
right,
bring
I
one
got
by,
you. Can we bring him? Can I bring him one tomorrow?
I'll pay
I
for
gotta
it.
ask the boss. She's the boss.
I got you. I'll pay for it.
That's just
You don't have to buy
his
anything
way
for
of
me.
saying remind me.
Remind me.
I got you, man.
So
I
in
got
other
you.
words, I need to call you and be like, hey, where my shake?
You want a cinnamon roll too?
Whoa,
No,
wait a
I don't-
minute.
I
Hold
prefer
up.
a
How's he
cookie.
gonna get one and I don't? Wait a minute.
Did you see this face? It's way prettier than yours. Of
Man,
course I'm going to get
it's
it.
a face for radio, that's for sure.
That's for
Look,
sure.
I'm the bacon
You can't take
food,
my line.
Okay?
Speaking of, Katie made some banana bread, and I know we're squirreling. We'll get back to it in a minute. But you made some banana bread.
Yeah.
That was the bomb.
Made like 7 loaves.
She got
and,
7.
like, 30
I got
muffins.
mountains of banana bread muffins.
I'll take one with me when I leave.
bread.
Take some home.
Yeah.
Where you soak
Banana
that
bread.
summer gun in butter and have a little milk with it. Oh my God, it was great.
It's a family recipe.
Is it? Is it a family? It is a family
It's
recipe.
called a heart attack.
All right, let's jump into these comments before we jump into the final segment of the show, the biggest one of the night. Let's see. The
I
69,
like Terry's question.
the 69 Arkansas and Texas game was named Fame Game of the Century. Come on, Justin. I need a decoder when he sends out messages
You just got to read left
because
to right.
it was Texas #1 versus Arkansas #2, and the final score was 15-14.
We didn't get blown out.
Texas. Will's borderline neurotic. Really? Are you gonna go there?
Whoa, what?
That's what you put.
You put that there.
Yeah, I was talking
Family show.
about, you said that
Whoa, Joe
said
Exotic.
Texas dominated Arkansas, so I wanted to remind them the last time.
Oh, the
Hey,
Texas Bowl.
Borderline
Yeah,
neurotic.
I get, okay. Justin says, and it was President Richard Nixon that attended that game. Yes, it was. Lisa Cobb Hancock, our gift card winner. I like listening to y'all, and I'm excited about winning the card. I believe we will play college football. Do you? We've covered that.
We hope.
I'm praying we do.
Apparently, Katie's praying about it too.
Hey man,
So-
I'm over here. I hit my knee. Lord, please let us play football. Terry Roy, and I want to get you guys' thoughts on this. Do y'all think Tua and Joe Burrow will make good NFL QBs?
Dang, it's an ugly face on there.
You can't even see your face.
I know. I'm seeing yours.
Oh, that's messed up.
I just got like I can
That's
see
messed
everything
up.
but here.
That's
Thanks.
messed up.
You're a jerk.
I think Joe Burrow. I don't see. Here's my issue. Joe Burrow might make a good. It just depends on
What'll stop him?
the head coach, the system that he's in.
You think so?
Yeah. Now Tua, on the other hand, he's injury prone. I mean, Katie and I were talking about this the other day.
Kind of injury prone.
What is he got? A fake hip, two fake, repaired ankle, Achilles.
The high ankle sprain, I think, repaired both seasons.
Joe Burrow might do okay.
Didn't something come up in Tua's health exam in his physical for the NFL that he had not disclosed an injury he had had before?
Yeah.
I remember hearing something on the radio about that. So
I'm not sure.
I think so.
that means that he's not being truthful about everything. So
Yeah.
That'll throw you down the draft board.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid you put on a mask.
One,
And,
who was the last good, decent left-handed quarterback? Michael Vick.
well, I mean, Michael Vick was more known for his feet, but he could throw it a mile too.
Hey, I've waited. I'm talking about NFL quarterbacks. I've waited 2 months to ask Will this question on air.
Oh, shut up.
How do you feel about your boy going to the Buccaneers?
We've got 6 rings in 20 years.
That's going to be his excuse when the Patriots tank.
It's not an excuse. It's a fact.
He's got
We
you
have
there.
6 rings in 20 years.
So do we, but we haven't been to the playoffs.
Wait,
in 20
who's
years.
we?
Let's see.
Wrong.
So,
No. Who has 6 rings? Because I'm gonna get you on this
When
one.
was the last time the Cowboys won more than one playoff game in a year?
Because there's 2 teams,
We have 5.
2 teams that have
I'm gonna
6.
say 2 teams. Patriots,
2 teams.
There's only 2. There's
2
only 2.
teams, not 3.
There's not 3.
And last time I checked, you're not a Steelers fan.
No.
So
No.
who has 6 rings?
We're not going there.
Not
But
them guys. Them boys do not have 6 rings.
By the way, that reminds me, I'm opening up my fan transfer portal card. I'm going to lay that down now after, and I'm hoping I didn't get played on this quote, but did Dak Prescott really say he couldn't support his family on $34 million?
It's a cowboy. Don't really
Did he
pay
really
attention.
say that?
And he went to Mississippi State. I don't know about that.
I mean, good Lord. I know they've got 5. I was trying to.
Thanks, Caleb.
I got something real quick. My
What?
team has 8 Super Bowl rings. 8.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
The Broncos?
No.
No.
8
No.
Super Bowl
6
rings.
What planet are you
is
from?
The most in NFL history. That's a tie with the Patriots.
Bet me your paycheck.
My paycheck was $200, so let's go
That's
with that.
well, your paycheck would be nothing if you bet me on that. So
Patriots and
you'd have
Steelers
0.
the most Super
there's 6
No,
6
Caleb,
per.
I'm not a bandwagon fan because I've been a Cowboy fan.
You really have.
Yeah, he's used to losing.
And you're a
Forever.
Razorback fan, so
And I'm a Razorback fan, so I'm
He's
not a
definitely
bandwagon.
used to losing.
The reason I'm losing confidence in the Cowboys is not because they, annually suck. It's Dak Prescott. If he really said that,
Coach
though,
Clapp.
He
gone.
You missed a field goal. Yes.
It'll be all right.
But our final segment of the night is one I've looked forward to all week long.
This is kind of fun.
It is the greatest Razorback players by position. We're going to break this down by the week.
This is strictly an opinion.
It is
From
strictly opinion.
Zach
it's,
and I.
It's you and I. And I need to preface this with saying, I don't know who's on your list. You don't know who's on mine.
No.
We're going 5-1. And this week, it's sponsored, like I said, by 501 Nutrition. But
We're
this
coming
week,
back out of the rabbit hole now.
yeah, we're climbing out of back out of the rabbit hole.
Just
Come
making
on.
sure.
Come with me, Alice. We'll get out of here. We're talking about the offensive line this week, and I'm kind of interested to see who your 5 are.
Well,
I'm gonna let Andy, since he's
does anybody have a coin? Go
I'm
actual.
gonna let Andy go first.
You gonna let me go first because I'm
This is
new?
Yeah, because you're new.
Well, my 5 is going to be Brandon Burlsworth. I'm
You've
putting
got
him
him
at
at
5.
5th?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you wound me.
Why?
You put the
I
great-
love his story.
you put
I
the
love
greatest
everything.
walk on in NCAA college football history at 5. You mean
Yeah.
there's 4 other ones that
Yes, absolutely.
are all right.
Sue
let
me.
hear it.
It'll be all right.
All right. I don't want to see you. I don't have... So my number 5 is Jonathan Louise.
You have Jonathan Weeks.
Yeah, I grew up down the street with him.
Oh,
And-
so you put your buddy in 5th.
No, it's not biased, but Remington Award winner. He was a great center, man.
Yeah, we've had a few great
But he
centers.
did. But fun fact, was he recruited as a center?
I'm pretty sure he was recruited as a guard.
This will be the first and last time you're on this show.
What was he recruited as?
A guard.
Oh, darn.
A guard.
I got lucky. I mean,
You did
So
not.
what?
You knew that. I may have second guessed him bringing him on as co-host.
you already messed up on the pizza.
I did not.
I mean,
Me yet?
So I went first. I gave you Brandon Burlsworth. You got Jonathan
I'm
Wiggs.
still trying to get over
What?
Brady.
Look,
Number
deal
4
with it. Give me your 4.
Number 4 is Jason Peters.
You got Jason Peters
And
as your
Jason
4.
Peters is number 4.
Why do you have Jason Peters at 4?
Well,
What position did he play in college too? You know?
left tackle, I think.
Played left tackle, but he was kind of pretty sure he was there to start as a tight end.
Yeah.
He was recruited as a tight end. He was just huge.
Yeah, he was a big old boy.
Played a few years in the NFL.
Super Bowl champ with the
the Eagles.
He was originally drafted by the Bills, I think.
Yes, I think
He
so.
played with the Bills, but he played majority of the year of his years in the NFL, and I think he just retired. Did he not? Is that right?
He played. He was on the team last year, and I thought he got hurt early in
Yeah,
the season.
a little bit injured.
Stand corrected, we played 8 Super Bowls.
Played. You didn't win
Played,
that
you didn't
many.
win.
I think you have
It's
3.
Wikipedia.
I think you have 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But you know he.
Still not a Cowboy.
2009,
3 and 5.
2009 to 19,
3
he was a
and 5.
Philadelphia Eagle.
Yeah.
And I think from 04 to 09 or 05 to 09, he was a Buffalo Bill.
Yeah. He broke in with the Bills. Like I said,
Yeah.
the majority of his career and what he's known for as far as pro would be with the Eagles.
Yeah.
And
So
like I said,
who is your number 4, Andy?
well, let me turn my list back on. My number 4 would be Travis Swanson.
Okay, why? Why Travis?
Well, I mean, another outstanding leader on the offensive line that Arkansas has had.
Right.
You know, was a great center, plays pro ball. I'm pretty sure he's still playing with the Lions. I could be wrong on that.
Is he?
I don't do a lot of
it's not
research
with
on
Will
this.
Sagan is Ragnow.
Ragnow's with the Lions. Swanson was drafted by the Lions, if I
Yeah,
remember right.
where's he? I think he's retired now.
Well, I'll be dang.
But all right, I'll take that.
Okay.
Number 3. Who's your number 3?
My 3 will be Jason Peters.
Okay. All right. So
So-
we're kind of on the same wavelength.
So we already spoke about Jason Peters.
Yep,
So
yep.
we already
Sean
know that.
Alexander.
Sean,
Sean Andrews, my bad.
Sean Alexander was a running back
Sean
from
Andrews,
Alabama.
my bad. It was
You're fired.
Sean Andrews.
You are
my bad.
fired
I
right
know.
now.
I'm so sad.
Look,
Sean
push-ups.
Andrews, how many
Push-ups.
more? I haven't done them in a couple years.
37. That's
Wow.
Sean Alexander's number. Now what?
But Sean
Oh,
Andrews, I'll
come
take Sean Andrews.
So you got Sean Andrews at 3?
Yeah.
Well, I could sort of agree with you, but I'm not going to.
Who is it?
So, my 3?
Yeah.
I already told you who my 3 was. You're on to 2 now.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's your
okay.
turn.
So my second one is Frank Ragnow.
You got Ragnow? Well, I've got Ragnow at 2, too.
Hey!
Hey! Zach got lucky.
Wait a minute.
No,
Hold on. No, we're not
I
going
know
there.
who his 1 is right now. His 1's going to be Burlsworth. It has to be. That's a given.
You don't know that.
Are we betting on this one, too?
No, but who's your 1?
My 1 is Sean Andrews.
Okay.
I think Sean Andrews
You're
was,
sure it's not Sean Alexander?
No, I'm pretty sure
Okay.
that we didn't have an Alabama running back playing left tackle.
I'm never going to live that down.
We had a bunch of
wait,
them.
so I'm going to introduce you to a phrase that when I slip up, and it's majority of the time it's me, we have a
Homer
phrase
Simpson
that
dope.
happens when I goof up on live. Because you
Okay.
can't, unlike the podcast, you can't edit live.
Nope.
You really can't. Will's tried, and it just, I screw up too much. Ah, don't you start with that half-right face, Chris. But we have a phrase,
Half-right.
yeah, we have a phrase on the live show, and it started with Katie.
Always Katie.
Things that happen on live. Because
Okay.
you can't edit it. It's like toothpaste coming out of a tube. You can't put it back.
Never thought about that.
All right.
That's pretty good. If you try hard enough, you can put it back. I'm sure.
I've tried that experiment. And
Oh
let me
my
preface that one with
God.
saying it was 6th grade.
Who's your number
We
1?
were trying.
We know this number
My
1 is.
number one is the greatest offensive lineman.
Is that because he has a movie?
He doesn't have a movie,
Okay.
but after how he played, he should. Is the greatest offensive lineman in all of Razorback history. You ready?
Go for it.
Ty Clary. No, I am totally kidding. I am totally kidding. It is indeed the greatest walk-on ever in the history of college football.
Really
That
said
is
Ty
Brandon
Clary.
Burlsworth. He's been my favorite player since before the movie, just because of his story.
Have you seen the movie?
I have multiple. I own the movie.
It's a great one.
No
play on words, but
It's
it
a
is
greater,
great.
It's a greater movie than most of them that are out there. But no, if you
I'll
haven't
admit
yet,
that.
it is now streaming on
Netflix.
Netflix. Go check it out. Lance Allworth, yeah, he does belong, but I'm
A little bit of newer history.
a little
isn't
bit
it?
of
We did SEC.
we did SEC era.
Yeah. Mid-90s. Mid-early 90s and up.
Yeah. So next week, I think we're doing defensive line.
D-line, or what do you want to do?
D-line.
Flip a
I think,
coin.
I think the list was D-line.
I've got all mine all the way down, except for like a
so
punter
you
and a
had a
kicker.
6th one though. I want to know who your sixth guy was?
Well, my sixth was Jonathan Louise. If I couldn't have Jason Peters because, he played a little on the offensive line, but, the first 2 years I think he played tight end, and I can't remember what else it was.
Where did he go to high school?
Who?
Jonathan Louise.
I don't know where he went to high school.
Pulaski Academy.
Congratulations. Did you go to Pulaski Academy with him?
No, I went to their rival at the time, CAC. And
Okay.
for the
Well, that explains.
With the exception of my senior year, they beat us silly every year.
They beat everybody.
They beat us, silly, and then we would always get in fights afterward. But we're not going to go there. Justin Ross's Greater is a movie about him and a great story behind it, but not two linemen. Sean Andrews is the best. Got to agree with Big Red here. Can we get like a decoder when Justin posts messages or something?
He gets excited agreeing with me on stuff. So
Yeah, he must.
I was blasting him last night on the Sports Junkies show. So I appreciate you agreeing with me on that one.
We have a new show coming out that is out now. Week 2, episode 2 is out now.
It's a good one too. Watch
Sports Junkies with Steve and Justin. Last night they had Jackson on, and his Twitter handle is I screw this up all the time.
Hogball Blog.
Hogball Blog.
Hog, Hawg.
Oh, I'm so proud. Andy can spell.
Spell it incorrectly. I can spell it.
Yeah. But sorry, I had to take a drink. Swig of Mountain Dew.
Thanks for clarification there, Justin.
By the way, there's a segment that has died off that I'm going to try to bring back. When
I'm in trouble.
Late last year is what's in the cup. Everybody kept asking me what's in the cup because I'd always have a cup. Andy and I tonight are drinking Mountain Dew Baja Blast Zero. So it's got zero sugar in it.
Trying to watch our trying to watch our.
They don't do that on Sports Junkies. I don't know what's in the red solo.
Trying to watch our figure in this quarantine state. I'm not doing a very good job.
Trying to watch our figure in quarantine, and we've got another. Hey, hand me that one over there real quick. I want them to show.
You need to try that one too.
Yeah, we need to try this. So we're gonna pull the other pizza from Lost Pizza and Company.
When I was stuck in Oxford, Mississippi for
so this is
about 17
thick
months.
crust Cujo.
They had a Lost Pizza down there, so
Oh, look at that beauty.
it is. Why?
She's allergic to onions.
I'm throwing them at you. Come here.
See, hey Zach, question about the recruitment of Crockett. Yeah,
You didn't catch it.
Scroll back up. I totally forgot about his.
I know.
We're all watching those figures.
Rub his belly.
Let's see. No, go up a little bit a little bit further. He's towards the top.
There's a camera in my way if you look at me ducking on the
That's
screen.
why I got you, man. Got you.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Why do I keep seeing basketball?
I don't know, but we'll
do basketball
that one too.
at some point.
A little bit further. Go up. Keep going. All the way to the top. So what do you think about your first night on his Chris asked a question about recruiting, and I told him we'd get back to it. All the way to the top. Keep going. So what do you think about your first night?
Pretty interesting. Sitting here on a stool. And
So fun
the
fact,
microphone
and
in front
I'm
of
going to give another shameless plug. Lost Pizza is actually going to continue to sponsor us. And next week we're getting another 2 pizzas.
well, we
to
got
try out on air.
I need to eat these first, but
I know. Well, hey,
I'm okay with it.
So
Chuck's a good guy. Go see him.
Yeah, earlier,
That's for sure.
Chris Shaw asked, do you think the U of A will offer Crockett from Cersei? And since you are...
You're going to put me on the spot
I'm
here
gonna
on
put
something
you on
I'm
the
not.
spot. Will, what do you
I'm
think?
not 100% on this.
You say Crockett is okay? It's a whiteout. Ugh. I don't know. I mean, you've got this system with Browse. They have their own specific type of wide receiver they want. They're going to work and do good things with the guys on campus right now, but I think that you're going to see different types of receivers,
Right.
based on Browse's system. You see, they really, I don't know the Crockett kid very much, but they put a lot of emphasis on the speedy guys. You remember Corey Coleman, the speedster in the NFL?
Yeah,
He
played
was
at
one of
Baylor.
their Baylor
Yeah.
wide receivers. So they really want the really, really fast guys.
You know what interests me? How they're recruiting.
I think we got more of a bigger physical receiver type right now.
Yeah.
That are still relatively
Now,
fast.
there's several rumors swirling about who's transferring and who's not. We're not going to jump into that this week.
Don't
But
need to.
It amazes me how, even during this dead period, I mean, the facilities are closed, that recruiting still goes on.
It has to.
And
you have to continue on like you're going to play.
And I'm fascinated
in August
at how Muss
or
is
September.
recruiting and how Pittman is recruiting. And the one coach we don't hear much recruiting out of, at least I don't, Dave Van Horn. He just kind of produces these players.
It's not I mean, if you were in baseball right now at normal, you would be in the middle of the season.
Right. I think
at this
weekend would be
point,
Missouri or something.
Well,
we're in an SEC conference, but I mean that's beside the point. You're in this and you're wanting to, recruiting for baseball is kind of a non-thing right now. The class is already, either verbally given a commitment, or signed at this point. You would hope, but I mean you're not in the off season. It's hard to kind of recruit with baseball during season.
True.
Another thing with baseball recruiting is really they recruit a year ahead almost.
They do.
So really we're already focused on class of 2022 guys and.
Well, the class that's not there have already, like I said, given a verbal commitment.
Yeah.
To when they're going to be on campus. The only thing that's going to stop them from coming to campus is the MLB draft of potentially being drafted in, I think it's June, maybe July.
They're talking about pushing it back. So.
Yeah,
But
it's only going to be 5 rounds or something like that
you
too.
give all the information on Around the Diamond because here last episode they talked about 3 of the guys that have signed and could potentially make it to campus, but they could also be drafted. So
Yeah,
look up that.
we got some hot rods. We get some hot rods. We could definitely lose, but we hope they end up. We hope they end up on the hill and playing for the
We'll
Razorbacks
start out
for
with,
3
looks
years.
like we've got new comments. As we close tonight, we've got, like I said, we've got the brand new show out now on Thursdays, 7:30. We're streamlining an effort to try to stay consistent with everybody. So the 2 podcasts will come out early in the week.
Good idea, Terry.
Then you can wrap up the week with Sports Junkies on Thursday, and then right around back here with us hanging out on Friday night. Me and Andy and Will and Katie hanging out with you. Friday night, 7:30, right here. Anybody got any final thoughts before we wrap up and get out of here? Will?
I'm hungry. I just want to eat pizza.
You're always hungry. Katie, how about you?
No.
Guys, my final thought for the night is this. We are still in the midst of this crazy, crazy, crazy pandemic. I can sit here and preach social distancing. I can sit here and preach protect yourself. Y'all hear this stuff all the time. But what I'm going to say is chill out. Do the best you can. Oh, well, we got to do a gift card, random gift card. All right, Katie.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Good call. I forgot about this. We're going to give nobody go anywhere. And if you log off, you lose your spot.
Actually, if you live in Central Arkansas, maybe the best way to give that. If you live in Central Arkansas, put a comment real quick.
If you live in Central Arkansas.
Lost Pizza's in Benton.
Lost Pizza's in Benton. So if you live in Central Arkansas, comment. And of those comments, we will draw live on air before we get out of here tonight. And you will win the $25 gift card.
Probably should have said that at the beginning of the show.
Well, we just thought about it. So
There's a bunch of other locations. It's just, I think they have 13 or 14, but the majority of them are in Mississippi.
Chris wants to know how many
I'm
persons.
listening to them right now.
Okay, you are? Okay. So as we're waiting for people to offer is to comment.
Chris said I'm out.
Chris is out of Fort Benning. I mean,
Man, we can pick up a couple of these slices and mail them to you.
I don't know how good
I
they'll be.
can't promise you how good they'll be, though.
Well, is there another location out in that area?
They've got locations in Mississippi and Arkansas. I'm not sure of anywhere else, but I know Chuck's from Mississippi, so
Okay, yeah.
they got their start over there.
His family also lives in Haskell. I used to
Yeah,
live
up
across
here.
the street from it.
I kind of went to grade school with him.
Benning, Georgia. There
I don't think so, man.
is nothing in Fort Benning.
I've never been there, but apparently there's nothing there.
You tried
We've
going to.
got Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Florida. There's one in Florida.
There's one in Florida,
in
Chris.
Pensacola.
So there's one right
Fort
across
Benning,
the border.
Pensacola.
Huh?
Fort Benning,
So
Pensacola.
here's a question while we're trying to kill time, and I just thought about this. You know how they said in all the spring athletes get another year of eligibility? If they cancel football, they're going to do the same thing for them?
They would have to.
I mean, this is really going to screw stuff up if this keeps going.
Let's just hope that doesn't happen.
I'm hoping and praying.
I'm trying to list everyone. I'm going to read everyone's
Oh,
name
boy.
off, see if I remember everyone.
Oh, boy.
So I said me, Zach, Katie, Steve, Andy, Justin, Caleb, Jackson, and Kevin. Am I missing anyone?
I don't think so. I think that's all of them.
If we miss somebody, it's bad, and they're going to
If
get
we
mad
miss
at us.
anybody, look, if anybody besides the four of us, I don't. That's sad. I had to count that for a minute.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I was like, is there 4 or 5 of us in here?
Well, Zach and I have this.
Yeah, no, I think that's all of them. Yeah, but if we miss anybody, it's Will's fault.
We don't count as
It's Will's fault. Have they commented? Are we ready to give this bad boy away?
Got any Central Arkansas folks
The
right
only
now?
people we have in Central Arkansas other than the team is going to be Josh.
Josh Wilbanks.
Yeah.
I say give it to him. He's always watching, commenting.
It's like one of our top
All right, Will Banks, this is yours, buddy. Are you? Is he still watching?
He may not be. I don't know.
Somebody tag him. Somebody tag him and get him back in here. But Josh Wilbanks is the winner by default.
It's bad.
By default.
Hopefully,
No,
we can
he's
get a
just
few more
staff.
viewers.
Yeah.
No, we can't. Yeah, staff is not eligible, as we learned last week, and their families are
Unless
not
y'all
eligible.
want to donate it back to us, and I'll use it for work. Lunch.
That's true.
I mean, I'm right down the street, so
But big. By the way, back to my final thought before we get out of here. Take care of yourselves, man.
wash your hands.
Wash your hands. You
Wash
know,
the rest of
if
it.
you're susceptible.
Susceptible.
I can't say that word.
Susceptible.
I struggled. Wow.
I got it for you. Susceptible.
Yeah,
Keep going.
if you're what Andy said, word I can't pronounce, wear a mask, wear gloves. But here's the thing. Everybody says, yeah, you got to change your mask out, you got to change gloves out, whatever. Don't throw them on the ground.
There's a trash can for
There's
that.
trash cans for that.
Or Mississippi.
Yeah, or Mississippi.
Keep Mississippi beautiful, too. Don't fight about it.
I mean, ask Steve about the Grove. I've talked to him about that.
That was one girl.
But we've got brand new content coming out all the time. Thank you, Andy, for hanging out with us. Are you going to be back next week, or did we scare you off?
I think I'm leaving.
Okay.
There's pizza.
Until next week.
All right. Well, there's always pizza. But big, huge thanks to
They got good
Andy
cheese dip, too.
for hanging out. Y'all give him a shout out. He's a brand new co-host. He will be back next week because, of course, there's pizza.
Yeah,
But
it's pizza.
for Will, Katie, Andy, and me, thank you for watching Natural State Sports Live. Keep tuned in to our Facebook page.
Keep Arkansas beautiful. Don't throw it in the trash.
Yeah, don't throw
Don't throw it on the street. Throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
I said don't
But
throw it in the trash.
thank you guys for hanging out with us. You've been watching a brand new episode of Natural State Sports live from the Mountain Valley Springwater Studios. Until next week,